Hello and welcome, Starch Solutions OGP family, to episode 6, Faith and Fitness Starch Solutions series. And today we're talking about what can you eat on the Starch Solution plan. I know for me, sometimes when I'm starting something new, I'm like, oh, what can I buy? So I'm going to be sharing with you the list of approved foods straight from Dr. McDougall's program that's right on his website. Grab your pen and paper so you can go ahead and write your grocery list. And you can simply go to his website and print everything off. Okay, that is so cool that he actually has his program for free right from his website. So let's get started. Just going over the approved foods, and I'm also going to touch on some healthy options for the no-no list that you may want to know about as well. So of course, starch is the main meal here, meaning that's where you're deriving most of your calories from. The way how I look at it that makes it easy for me to understand is I'm like, okay, so if I'm trying to have with each of my meals at least 400 calories per meal, so that means about 200 of those calories could be dedicated to starch, and maybe 100 calories to my vegetable and 100 calories in beans. So that helps me out in terms of understanding the concept. So here we go. Whole grains, like I said, they serve as the center main piece of your meal. You got barley, oats, brown rice, quinoa, buckwheat, rye, bulgur, triticale. Don't know what that is. I'm gonna look that up. Couscous, wheat berries, corn, wild rice, and millet. And now, let me make this a little bit larger here for you. And I see a couple of things I started and just tried out. I've already tried the wild rice and I really like it. Just got to make sure you put enough water so that it's nice and tender, not too dry. And I'm definitely going to check out this triticale. Anybody, let me know if you've ever had that before and what's your feedback on it, okay? All right, so then I'm going to come back to those. So let's talk now about the roots type starchy vegetables. And we have burdock, we have sweet potatoes, celery root, tapioca, Jerusalem artichoke, taro root, jicama, water chestnuts, parsnips, white potatoes, rutabagas, yams. So a lot of my favorites on this list too, like the white potatoes, the rutabaga, and a lot I have not even tried. So definitely there's a chance for us to try some new foods. Okay, and then you got your winter squashes, your butternut, your acorn, your Hubbard, banana, pumpkin, buttercup, turban squash. And just a note, it says summer squashes usually don't have enough calories to serve as the main meal, so you would use them kind of like more as a side vegetable. And then one of my favorite categories to eat from are legumes. I really do like beans, okay? And there's so many I haven't tried, so again, just can open up your world to so many different types of foods to try. But we have azuki, red kidney, black beans, mung beans, fava beans, navy beans, chickpeas, pink beans, great northern, pinto, limas, white kidney or cannellini beans, okay? Yes. And they say, just a note, soybeans cannot be considered a starch staple because they are too high in fat to be allowed on the diet regularly. And definitely when you're trying to get to your get to your goal weight, I would not include soy during that process. All right, and then we have lentils. Brown lentils, red lentils, green lentils. And that's something I just started eating and I actually like it. I think they are delicious. Okay, and then we have peas. Black-eyed peas, split yellow peas, split green peas, and of course whole green peas. Yes. So let me go back now. I wanted to touch on the main ones, and then let me touch on a couple that I kind of went over. Let's go back to unrefined flours that you could use for your baking. You have here barley flour, rice flour, buckwheat flour, rye flour, corn flour, soy flour, garbanzo beans flour, triticale flour, lima bean flour, wheat flour, oat flour, whole wheat pastry flour, and of course potato flour. Now these next areas, he points out that because they are highly refined types of starches, he wants this to just play a very small role in your diet. So this may be something you may eat, maybe once or twice within a week. So he says egg-free pastas that come in their many shapes, from spaghetti, macaroni, lasagna noodles, flat noodles, spiral wheels, alphabet noodles. Okay, you have artichoke pasta, tomato pasta, corn pasta, no wheat, whole wheat pasta, spinach pasta, rice pasta, no wheat, bean pasta, and lentil pasta. And I've had, I think, lentil pasta before. It was okay. All right. Then, of course, another one, only a small role in your diet, the Asian noodles, like bean threads, somen, buckwheat soba, udon, and rice noodles. So those are the types that you want to, have only a small portion. And of course, here you have your fruits and vegetables, and this is a list of maybe you got so many varieties, but these are just some unfamiliar ones that you may want to try out. I'm probably going to pronounce some of these not perfectly, but go with it. So we have the, carambola, papaya, cherimoya, persimmon, guava, pomegranate, kiwi fruit, passion fruit, kumquat, pumelo, loquat, quincy, lychee, soursop, mango. Yes, fruits are delicious. I definitely wouldn't mind trying some new ones. And for the vegetables, arugula beans, jicama, arugula, kale. Yes, kale is actually really good. Bok choy, kohlrabi, broccoli de rabe, radicchio, burdock, salsify, celery root, sprouts, chicory, Swiss chard, cocozelle, arrowroot, collard greens, turban squash, daikon, water chestnuts, endive, watercress, chickpeas, Jerusalem artichoke. I feel like I was just speaking a different language with some of them. Laugh out loud, but yes. Everything is on the website, so that's a good thing that you can just go straight to his website, and I'll put a link in the description as well. So let's talk about some substitute for the no-nos, foods that are not allowed. So for instance, we have, of course, no dairy, but possible substitutes is like a low-fat soy milk, rice milk, fruit juice, water, and that you can use extra when cooking hot cereal or pour over cold cereal. Of course, if for just a drinks, you can use water, juice, herb teas, or cereal beverages. He gives no substitute, for butter. But I would say that, you can make all free sauces, And I also like nutritional yeast. I think it has like a nice little cheesy, buttery taste to it that I like. And then here goes the cheese. He says, after 12 days on the program, you may substitute soy and nut-based cheeses. Okay, for cottage cheese, he says, after 12 days on the plan, you may substitute crumbled tofu. For yogurt, he said, no substitute. But I do believe, like with the plant-based milk, let me see if we have that on here. The rice milk, I don't know if you're able to possibly add probiotics to that and maybe get that taste. I know I like to eat sauerkraut. So for sour cream, there's no substitute given there. Ice cream, banana ice cream is definitely one of my favorites, but he has pure fruit sorbet, frozen juice bars, And after 12 days, you may substitute light to fruity. I don't think I ever had that. I might look into that. Eggs and cooking, you could use energy egg replacer. Eggs for eating, none. And I know when you get to the place, if you want to add soy, I know I've tried that before, and that was pretty tasty. Did like a tofu scramble. For meat, poultry, and fish, of course, none of that on the plan. And if you're making this a lifestyle change, it's starchy vegetables, whole grains, pasta, and beans. After 12 days, you may substitute tofu meat recipes. And again, because tofu is high in fat, you don't want to do that often. Mayonnaise, you can use tofu mayonnaise for vegetable oils using non-stick pots and pans. For white rice, white rice is allowed, but because it's refined, you ask that, you don't do that every day. You prefer brown rice, but it is allowed on the plan. White flour instead of white flour, whole grain flours. Instead of refined and sugar-coated cereals, any acceptable hot or cold cereal. Coconut, none. Chocolate, Karo powder. Coffee, non-caffeinated herb teas and cereal beverages and hot water with lemon. Colas and uncolas, no. And in place of that, mineral water or salsa water, flavored or plain. So yeah, and that salsa water, put some nice fruit in there. That's definitely give you a nice taste. So yes, I hope that helps you to kind of get the idea, to get a little grocery list set up. Make sure you also check out the very first video, the how-tos. I go over everything from A to Z. I'll try to also link that in here. And I just have this, my Start Solution playlist. I'll put a link as well where you can just catch up on everything. On every episode, I make sure to explain something that would be valuable and helping you to improve your health. So make sure you check out each one. Tell a friend, and let's do this together, going from better to best in mind, body, spirit, and our health, and in every area, in the name of Christ Jesus. So let's do this, y'all. Let's keep going from better to best, and make sure you subscribe to continue to thrive with me.